Today we will discussing about human resource planning, demand and supply forecasting. First we have to discussing about the human resource planning. The meaning of human resource planning is the process of acquiring and utilizing the human resource in an organization. It includes staff retention, planning for candidate research, training and skill analysis and much more. The main objective of human resource planning is to the right number of employees in the right place at the given time. Next, we will looking for human resource planning process. First is analyze organizational plans. They will analyze organizational plans, look at the future plans of the organization, what project it want to pursue in the future. On that basis, they will make the plan for human resources. Next step is forecast the demand for HR. Based on the previous steps, forecast the required HR for it. Next is forecast the HR supply. Given in the estimated human resource required, look at the sources of their supply and to what extent they are available. On that basis, they will forecast the HR supply. Next step is estimating the manpower gaps. It is the important identity that the difference between the required HR and existing HR in the organization. They will calculate the what are the gaps that have to be there that can be identified in this process. Next step is action plan. The manpower gaps are estimated, then they will make the action to be taken for bridging those gaps are planned. Next step is monitoring and control. What are the activities have to be done that have to be monitored and evaluated that process is done in a proper manner or not, that have to be done in the last process. Next we have to go into human resource demand forecasting. Human resource demand forecasting means estimating the future requirement of the employee. It can be done through estimating the sales, number of proposal company get, or on the basis of estimating the number of orders the company has. Next, we discussing about tools and techniques of HR demand forecasting. First is managerial judgment. Under this method, firstly experienced manager estimate the manpower requirements for their respective departments. This is done on the basis of their manager's knowledge of expected future workload and employee efficiency. Next is ratio analysis. Ratio analysis is the process of determining the future demand for human resource by calculating the ratio between the particular business variable and the number of employees a company needs. For example, the company wants to produce 1,50,000 units of sales. The number of workers in existing is 150. That can be divided how much the amount we get or how much the workers we get, that amount should be taken in this. Work study or workload techniques. The work study techniques predicts the comprehensive activities and production for a specified future time period. The end result of the work study technique is an estimation of the work hour required per unit produced. It will be calculated on the basis of the time that required for producing the per unit product. Next is Delphi technique or expert group opinion. In this opinion taken from all experts that have to be summarized and reviewed by all experts. Next techniques is econometrics model. This model involves use of mathematical formulas to predict the future customer demand. The method is based on the relationship between various economic factors. Next is HR supply forecast. It is a process of estimating the supply of manpower by analyzing the current and future availability. This process can be done on the through external supply and internal supply. External supply means they will recruit the human resource in outside candidate. Internal supply means they will recruit the candidate in the organization only. Methods or techniques used for supply forecasting. First is trend analysis. Evaluating the past data and indicators or trends to predict the future HR supply. Trend analysis includes evaluating the past data. On that basis, they will know the trends. On that basis, they will evaluate the HR supply. Next is competency model. Competency model includes employee competency are matched against the requirement, whether the required competencies are available with current manpower supply. Whether current manpower supply they get the competency are matched against the requirement, they will promote the employee in the organization. Replacement chart. A chart which demonstrates how higher level job position will be built from the internal movement of employees, therefore through promotion or a transfer. Next step is Next technique is staffing table, a table which shows different job position in the organization and number of employee working against each job position. Next is succession planning. Succession planning is the process of identifying the critical job position within your organization and who will fill this position if get vacant. Is there any backup exist? Succession planning helps to people who are create the succession planning. They can evaluate the position and the requirement they are needed. On that basis, they will evaluate the human resource supply. Next is flow modeling or a Markov analysis. Markov analysis is a transition probability of job equipments remaining in the job for the forecasting period. Thank you.